Hey guys, B2 here, and I know it's been a few days since I put a video out, but I was sick, and I hope I'm just about over there. So if I cough or hack a little bit, I apologize. But I wanted to take a look at specifically the my method of leveling up. And so you can see I don't have anything in Dread Knight, nothing in Atlas, nothing in Terra, nothing in Thalo. Let's look. Nothing in... Wait a second, B. How can you be at level 5226 and you don't even have anything from Dread Knight to Wepwawet? And the answer is the same as it's always been. I've put all my guys in the Tree Beast and I guild them up and I let them run until they can't run anymore. So what I'm going to show you here is actually the Wepwawet increase in damage. I'm going to go back and do Midas and Betty Clicker as well because Wepwawet scales to that. So what do I mean by that? Like the first two are his damage increases, right? The next two is Betty Clicker goes up, and then King Midas goes up. So let me go back. I'm going to buy all these individual things here. And then as I get to some points, I got to click it twice, Q twice, just to make sure we buy all of it. There's 55 in Frostleaf, just so you know I wasn't scamming you. Then we're going to get all these guys leveled up here, and then we're going to take a look at it. Man, that's a lot of hero souls we're gaining too. Not that in the grand scheme of things, the few hundred that we're going to get for raising our levels is going to make a hill of beans difference. But I do have an OCD complex where I have to raise them up. I don't know why I do this every single time. I could just go back and do the ones that actually do damage. But what fun is that, right? What fun is that? All right, so what we're going to look at is the Wepwawet damage increase once we move the guilds. And then we're going to look at what would happen if we did the Betty Clicker or the Midas jump, right? And this is specifically for the level that I'm at. So, told you it was going to happen. So here's Wepwawet, right? If I look, I'm going to go take the auto clicker off of Tree Beast now, and I'm going to slide him to Wep. I'm going to let him go. And then it's just going to be upgrading him. So we're at E361, and we jump immediately to E367. So right away, you can see there's a huge increase in damage by making the swap from Tree to Wep. And if I go back through, I'm going to double my XP there, hit the cooldown time, and run down the rest of the tree. And then we're going to talk now about Betty Clicker and Midas, because people go, well, shoot, Betty Clicker's got a 5 bajillion increase in damage. I'll say, okay, so let's go to Betty, and we'll see like what her damage is. It's not much without the guilds there, right? But if I go from E369, actually E37, let's get that reading one more time before we take it off. So for Betty Clicker, she's going to be at her the overall, let's just look at overall DPS. So 1.207 E375. Okay. So if I go into here to Gilded and find Betty Clicker, boom, and then look at her, our damage went down significantly. Okay, so let's look at Midas then. Certainly it should be better with Midas, right? We were at E375. Let's look at Midas. Move all the there. It got worse. Like, B, that's crazy. So what if I move him back to Wep and just keep progressing there, he's going to go back up to the 375. So to me, the smart money is to just to let it run. Now, why does that happen? Like, isn't that crazy? Like, just to look at the difference in the stats and the difference in the guilds, and I'll show you why. One is we have 2 billion upgrades into Argive. That's first and foremost. Like when you do 620 guilds into something, like they're going to do a ton of damage. That's just, there's no way around that. But look at Bale. This is where you get your mileage out of right here. This crit guy, like there's just no substitute for having him raised up, and we're probably going to raise him a lot more in this next one because look, he's the one that's bam, it'll hit, and every time it hits, it's just one-shotting. Other than that, every time you see the bar, means that we haven't hit the max damage on the per click, right? So it's just going to start chipping away, and then crit bang takes the whole thing off. Now, why does that happen? Not only with the upgrades in Argive, but the upgrades in Fragsworth, and definitely the upgrades in Juggernaut. And I can't stress enough how important Juggernaut is. This click combo at 142k up here is just a tremendous boost in damage, and that's actually will last him a long time. So I hope that's answered some questions that I've been getting about how do I do mine? What ancients do I put it in? Keep in mind with these ancients, you're going to have to put some in the other stuff, right? Like Mammon, Mimsy. You're going to want to raise them all a little bit at a time, and then you definitely want to raise up Solomon, which we're going to do probably on this reset here to start maxing out. We're already at like, let's see where we're at. We'll wait till 53:30, and then we'll see what our max is right now. All right, 190 Q. That's not bad. That's not bad, because don't forget, we're in big Qs when we're going to max out, and we're going to max out at 42,653, so we're not that far off from that. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something about damage and how to scale it up, what's needed and not needed as you kind of run through there. And if you have any questions, as always, hit me in the comments. See ya.